Well, greetings from Darien, Georgia. Darien is about 35, maybe 40 miles south of Richmond Hill, where I spent the last day and a half. Left the hotel early this morning. It's the first time I've ridden in the dark. Really wasn't too crazy about it. Probably won't do it again. Headlight was fine, but I just can't really see the road that well. And I'm just not comfortable doing it, so I probably won't do it again. But anyway, my plan today was to make it as far as Brunswick and then reassess. If things go well, I should make Brunswick before lunch. So I had kicked around the possibility of trying to make it all the way to Florida today, which was going to be about 103 miles. That would be about another 45 after Brunswick. I don't think I'm going to push myself that hard, but I'll probably bed down somewhere between Brunswick and Florida line, several little towns along there. I haven't really filmed because there's just not much to see. I've been along 17 the whole morning, and it's kind of uneventful. Nothing really scenic. A couple of bridges that I crossed over that had some marsh views and everything. Nothing that significant. I'll check in later. Well, I had hoped to make Florida in 2 weeks. I actually made it in 12 days. I'm quite pleased with that. Did 109 miles yesterday to Kingsland, Georgia. Caught up a lot of time that I'd lost on that day of rain, so excited. Hold on, I got a motorcycle coming by. As Carter would say, too loud, too loud. He doesn't like loud noises. Anyway, I'm going to be staying in Neptune Beach, Florida today with a family. It's hosting me from Warm Showers, which is an app for bicyclists to find accommodations. Excited about that. Should have a lot of scenery today too, and I'm only going 50-55 miles today. I'm just going to take it easy, kind of rest up a little bit after yesterday. Excited. Well, good morning from Yulee. It's Y-U-L-E-E, Florida. First town you come to, coming down 17 out of Georgia. Yulee is famously the home of Derrick Henry, tailback and Heisman Trophy winner from Alabama, currently playing for the Tennessee Titans, but looks like he's going to probably opt into a free agent contract and leave the Titans. Anyway, I'm in Florida. Surprised I got here so quickly this morning. Got it without fanfare too, because you have just a little bridge over a creek. I was expecting a big hulking structure, some sort over a river or something to get into the state, but it's relatively small. Starting to warm up a little bit. It's been cool again. I'm hoping this is the last really cool morning. Looks like the long-range forecast for most of the east coast of Florida is lows in the 50s, so hoping that holds. We're probably in the mid-30s when I left this morning. All right, I'm going to check in later. Crossing over the Amelia River Bridge onto Amelia Island. I think I'll be on the island, or on an island, kind of like the Outer Banks, for the next 30 or 40 miles. All right, let me put it away. Well, I'm back to the beautiful Atlantic Ocean. This is Fernandina Beach in Florida. Beautiful morning. Probably in the mid-50s by now. A little cool breeze coming out of the north, but it feels nice. All right, heading on down to Neptune Beach. Checking in later. It's a huge ship traveling down the St. Johns River. I'm going to have to find alternate transportation across or wait until in the morning, because the only ferry across to that side of the river is closed until in the morning, and there's no other way to get over there short of going about 50 miles the other way. So I'm in major recovery mode. Wow, that's a massive boat. All right, when I work things out, decide what I'm going to do tonight, I'll check in later. Well, that's downtown Jacksonville, which I told you I was going to bypass. Long story short, the ferry did not reopen this morning. I was forced to take the alternate route, which brings you right into downtown Jacksonville. This is going to get me to St. Augustine. It's just going to take a little longer. Got more traffic to contend with. A little disappointed, but I'm trying to make the best of it. I'm thanking God for this beautiful view this morning. Well, good morning from Fort Matanzas National Monument by the National Park Service. I am somewhere 10-12 miles south of St. Augustine. Made it into St. Augustine last night. Had a nice stay. That's a nice town. Got a chance to ride by the Fountain of Youth. Didn't partake, obviously. Also rode past the old fort there on the river. Beautiful historic town, St. Augustine, the oldest city in the U.S. I think it's founded in the 1500s. Boy, it's warm this morning. I've had to take my rain jacket off, which I've used as my outer shell since I started this trip. But boy, I'm sweating like a pig this morning, so I took it off. Plan is to go somewhere near Daytona Beach. At least to Daytona Beach, maybe even farther south to New Smyrna Beach. Just got a headwind pretty much all day, so that's going to slow me down a little bit, but it's kind of what I've come to expect on this trip. It's a beautiful morning. Check in later. Well, this is a beautiful little riverside park, kind of nestled between the river and the ocean. This is the Halifax River. I'm just north of Daytona Beach. And this is the little park. Isn't this beautiful? Great little place, it's shady, nice little place to stop and have a break. I've been battling a headwind all morning and it has just worn me out. If you're watching this and you want to know what battling a 8 to 10 mile an hour headwind is, imagine riding a 3% upgrade, 3 to 3.5% upgrade for 55 or 60 miles. It's just always uphill. Always uphill. That's what it feels like. So if you've ever ridden the Damascus Creeper Trail, if you ride from Damascus back up to the top of White Top Mountain, I've done that a couple of times, it's about a 3% upgrade probably. So imagine riding all the way to the top of White Top Mountain from Damascus 3 times. That's basically what you're doing when you're riding into a headwind. It's beautiful today. It's so warm, so nice. I'm going to try to find a sun hoodie when I get to Daytona and some sun gloves and ditch my winter stuff. Probably going to go ahead and send that home. Though I don't know. It's supposed to be cold and rainy toward the end of the week. Might save it at least until I get out of the cold, rainy stretch. Look at this cool little gnomes village. Or it's a gnomes assembly of some sort. Right here on the Halifax River and the Intercoastal Waterway. That's Daytona Beach across the way. They're taking us down the riverfront. All right, later. Well, good Wednesday morning from high atop the bridge over, I don't know. It's maybe US 1 leading to I-95. Looks like I-95 is right over there. I've been on a beautiful bike path or rail trail for about 5 miles this morning. It's super nice. Heading south. Looked at the map. Looks like I'll be around Port Canaveral around lunchtime. That's kind of cool. I'm trying to get as many miles in as possible. I started early this morning before the heavy wind starts. It's supposed to be really windy. Starting around 10:30 or 11 most of the afternoon. So I want to make as many miles as I can, but that's the report. I'm going to take you along with me again in just a little while. I found out from a local biker, passed me earlier, we chatted for a second, that this is the River to Sea Trail. I'm not sure exactly, I didn't ask him how long it was, but I've been on it for at least 7 or 8 miles, and looks like according to the map it keeps going. It might be 12-15 miles long. This is wonderful. I've been so pleased with this trail. My only concern is you need to make sure you have plenty of water, plenty of food, because nowhere to stop really. But you got swamp on both sides, and I'm sure in there somewhere there's an alligator. This is so cool. And honestly, this is not even the prettiest part of the trail. Well, if you could ride like this all the way to anywhere, people would be out biking more. It's amazing. Alright, I'm gonna put it away. Okay, I stand corrected. Well, actually, it is the Rivers to Sea loop of the Coast to Coast Trail, the Florida Coast to Coast Trail. It's still 16.5 miles to Titusville. This is, gosh, this trail must be at least 30 miles long, the section I'm picking up. Wow, this is amazing. I do have to find some food, though. I've got probably enough snacks to last me for at least 30 miles, but I'm fine. So I'm in Titusville, Florida, and just due east of us, maybe you can see it, I believe that's the vehicle containment facility for the space shuttle. That's Kennedy Space Center. You can see the launch pad, I believe, right there. That's it. We wouldn't be going out there, unfortunately. Wouldn't that be kind of cool? I've been to the Kennedy Space Center, though. Been in the museum there. Pretty cool. Well, I made it to Cocoa Beach, Florida. And for those of you that are fans of classic television, like our generation, you famously remember the Cocoa Beach is where Major Nelson lived. And of course, Major Nelson was the master of Jeannie. Yep, that's right. I Dream of Jeannie. I'm sure that the whole series was probably filmed in California, but it was set here. Later, Hagman was an astronaut stationed at Kennedy Space Center. He and Bill Daly, his running mate. Other than that, I don't really know a whole lot about Cocoa Beach, Florida. Like every other place in Florida so far. Got a massive headwind if you're traveling southbound. Slow but steady progress. I do mean slow. Well, good Wednesday evening from Indian River Beach. I had said I wasn't going to make it to Melbourne today, but not only did I make it to Melbourne, I made it about 7 miles south of there. Still pushed myself a lot because of the headwinds, but I'm pleased with my progress. Maybe close to 80 miles, I guess. 79.4, I think it was. Tomorrow, I'm not putting a lot of faith in this, but tomorrow is supposed to be a tailwind. And if it is, I'm going to try to bust out a lot of miles tomorrow. Kind of set me up maybe to make Miami the next day. But I'm not going to kill myself. If I do, I do. If I don't, I don't. It's a beautiful sunset. Had the best Chinese dinner I think I've ever had. And it was at just some little Chinese restaurant in a Walmart shopping center. But man, it was so good. I just raved to the owners about it. Okay, put it this way, people are going to think I'm nuts. Well, greetings from Indian River County. Finally got out of Brevard County. Now I'm into Indian River. Wow, this is a gorgeous morning. But oh man. I wonder if I'm coming down with something. Golly, I don't feel good. Maybe it's just the heat. You know, since the wind's at my back, I'm not getting any cool breeze. Gotta keep going. Jupiter, Florida. The marina. Jupiter, Florida is the home of Tiger Woods. I think he lives on the beach, but beautiful morning. Well, good morning again. This is one of the Palm Beaches. Palm Beach. There's like a north-south, a couple of different orientations. Not really sure where I am exactly. somewhere, but it's beautiful. A lot of development, but also a lot of natural beauty. All right, back to the headwind. Good afternoon from Lauderdale by the Sea. I am basically just due east of Fort Lauderdale. I'm going to be staying in a hotel here tonight, and then sometime, hopefully by lunch, maybe shortly after lunch tomorrow, I'll be in Miami. Miami. Wow. All right. Tired. Long day of battling this headwind, man, but it's almost over. A good Saturday morning from the Fort Lauderdale International Airport. Perfect timing. Not sure I knew I was coming by here. Pretty cool. Alrighty, put this away and get back on the road. Well, good Saturday morning from Hollywood Beach. And it is a beautiful morning. Absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful bikeway here. Boardwalk. Paved brick. Spectacular. Well, I don't think the color aqua could be better represented in water than here. I wish you were here so you could see the color. Golly, it's truly aqua. Absolutely gorgeous morning. Got rain on a little while ago. It felt good. It's good and cool. I don't know. I got to be 5 miles or so from Miami Beach. I'll check in later.